Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi, Craig Dixon, Kibalaya, Burika, Knowledge Equip, Jordan Johnson, Zach, I'm sorry, Run. Okay, everyone. I hope you are all well. You know, someone posted two questions. She is a Trump supporter, I'm sure, and a Republican. And she asked me, how come I never do anything about Republicans and I'm a shield? And also, do I suffer from Trump deranged syndrome? Yes, I do. And let me tell you why. I was still living in New Rochelle, and I think I'm not quite sure exactly if I had graduated from college by that time, if I was working. In any event, I do remember when Trump went out of his way to have the Central Park Five executed. That could have been me. And those guys were innocent. They didn't do anything. And in those days, I remember once I went to Brooklyn. I was practicing. I used to box and practice karate. We went down. In fact, one of my cousins, he's a psychiatrist now. We were all, you know, high school at that time. I went to practice in New York City, and cops just invaded the basement where we were practicing, calling us drug dealers and put us against the wall. So I understand what happened the way Trump wanted to have those young boys electrocuted. So it could have happened to me too. The second thing is, I don't like to abuse people, steal their money, and then you ask them, because you have your resources, you inherited money from your parents, you're telling them to go sue you because they can't afford it. I mean, I can give more examples, but I will tell you those two have. I agree. I have Trump derangement syndrome. For the person who asked the question, I'm not going to mention your name, but you know who you are. And the second question, it was, when am I going to do a reading about China and the Biden's $5 million? Republicans, so far, every week or every other day, they come out with a new accusation against the Bidens. And I've said it before. Oh, wait a minute. I even said that about 5 years ago, 6 years ago. No, 5 years ago, when I said Trump was going to go to prison. Okay. I said everything Republicans do, in Trump as well, they are all built on lies. They're not going to get anywhere. And that's how uh, everything they do will crumble. Yes, right now it sounds like they are getting through. But give this a couple of weeks, or a couple more weeks, okay? When the truth starts to sink in and people begin to find out what Trump did, things will change. That's my prediction. The other thing is, I try to find good thing to say about Republicans. There isn't very much. I'm sorry. I mean, if you have a suggestion, something you want me to read about, that's why I don't read about them. The Bidens, well, the only thing I can tell you intuitively, yes, Hunter has a drug problem. And I've said this before, I'm just going to repeat it. It seemed like it was his lifelong goal to become president. He did everything he could to keep his nose clean. You can't hold him responsible for something that his son, an adult, has done. And the guy is a drug addict, because according to experts, when you have an addiction problem, you deal with it every day. And it's a disease. And I used to work, no, I didn't work there. I used to go there to get clients. It was a beauty salon in New Jersey. The prettiest young lady I've ever seen. She said she was going to court one day, but I did not know. I didn't, I don't read everybody. I don't get my nose. Unless something is wrong, I'll tell somebody. In any event, I did not see her for a day. And I'm like, where is so and so? There was nothing between her and I. She was too young for me anyway. She was about, that, yeah, barely 20. And that was about 10 years ago. So I could probably be her grandfather or something. In any event, she had an addiction. She used to take pills, and she went to court. I think she failed the blood test or something, or urine test, and they kept her. And it wasn't only her who had drug issues. And I've never seen anything like this. That was an experience to see so many young people abusing drugs. And some of them were like very smart, beautiful, everything. Okay. And one of them, her father, well, I'm not going to, let's put it this way. She was from a well-off family. So, and we were great friends. I'll leave it there. But, so we cannot blame Biden for what his son has done. And intuitively, I'm going to tell you that Republicans can search high and low. That's my prediction for the person since you asked me. First of all, there is nothing. Biden is clean. Number one. That's number two. There is no $5 million that was spread or shared among the Biden family. It's a lie. If you want to continue to believe, that's your prerogative. This is a big country. Go at it. But let me tell you, the good Republicans, even if they remain, they stay in the party, they don't want to have anything to do with the rest because they don't want to be painted with the same brush. And I don't even have to cite names. If you look at TV, you see them every day. And some of them are afraid to talk because they don't want their lives threatened. And trust me, the person you are supporting won't be afraid to just do you and or step on you to raise himself. Okay? The Republican Party, as I know it now, when I was a young guy, when I first came to this country, the Republican Party I remember then is not the Republican Party of today. You have a con man leading the party, a criminal, and yes, my prediction is he will be convicted. I don't know if it's in 3 different places or of 3 different crimes. You're going to be crying a lot more. You haven't seen anything. That's my prediction. So I'll answer some questions. I simply wanted to give the person a brief, yes, I have Trump derangement syndrome, and I don't see anything good about the Republican Party for me to waste anybody's time on. But I just wanted to, just in case I'm sure there are other Republicans who watch. I don't think I'm saying anything. Some people simply choose to be blind, and I've seen them before. I was born in Haiti. Trust me, I know what a dictatorship is like, and I predicted if most of the moves Trump has made in order for him to stay in office, and I predicted, those of you who have been with me for a while, I predicted he was going to try to remain in office. I'm not going to repeat those things because my videos are out there. You can look at them. Okay. If you want to continue supporting Trump, thank God for America. That we have 2 parties. You pick your choice. I'm hoping I'm right. Trump will never be president of this country again because he's no different. He's probably even worse than Papa Doc, Fidel Castro, and we're looking at one right now, Putin. Well, he loves Putin. She, the guy in North Korea. Okay, so you're right. I have Trump Duran syndrome. Guilty. In any event, someone else asked me. Some of those questions I get are for lawyers, as you guys know. Uh, I am not a lawyer. The person asked me, let's say, for example, 45 were to be found guilty. He surely would appeal anyway. In any event, the person gave me all the different ways that Trump could delay and obfuscate and all kinds of stuff. And the person wrote, and maybe as part of his, in the meantime, he still be entitled to all the perks and past presidents. And maybe as part of his, the person is talking about maybe Trump will flip. Okay, especially 24. I'm just the freedom of movement. Yes, Trump can do and go anywhere he wants. He can't escape this country. And then the person says, Trump is going to use some kind of pretext to go to some other country and try to get political asylum. Let me tell you, that's never going to happen. I will bet the $10 I have in the bank. Just kidding. But yes, Trump is not going anywhere, nor will Nota, sorry. Okay, so let's put that to rest. Okay. Now, the other thing is, okay, I wanted to answer that question. In any event, as my that was the first 5 minutes that I think I answered that. Now, Trump, I've been telling you for the past, or for a little while now, that Trump, what happened Tuesday, in fact, I was talking about it yesterday, was humiliating for Trump. And I did not watch the clip. I could have, but I'm not going to give Eric Trump 5 minutes of my time or 8 minutes of my time of him ranting on Newsmax. So I've simply read the blob explaining this guy basically was ranting on Newsmax for 8 minutes, complaining about his father being arrested. He's innocent. They are perfect. His dad is a great man. Okay. But the reason why I'm saying this is that, remember, guys, I was telling you, it's not only Trump, the entire family. Okay. They never thought Trump or the Trump family would find themselves in this situation because they have stole, abused people in every single way possible. They've gotten away with it. Just like, hi, Anna, good morning. Just like Kelly, the former chief of staff, the General Kelly, said, this guy is scared something. I'm sure you guys know. Yes, he's validating what I have been saying. And yes, Trump is terrified. Like I used to tell you when he was in the White House, don't believe the facade. This guy gets the run sometimes when he thinks, when people talk to him and tell him. And yes, Trump is not going to be able to shake everything that's coming towards him, all those criminal charges. And don't forget, we have January 6th, and we have Fanny. Jack Smith won't lose, and Fannie Willis won't lose. And what's coming? A lot of Republicans that we see running around trying to shut this thing down, it's because they know they took part in this, so they are doing everything they can, and also under the Trump directions as well. Cut funding, trying to kick Schiff out of Congress, all kinds of things, all those things. Okay, they are terrified as well of what's coming because they don't know what Fannie Willis has, and you don't have to take my word for it. It was in the news. Jack Smith is still digging in the January 6th situation. In fact, he just sent a whole slew of subpoenas to people like Cleta Jones and those people. So, intuitively, I feel like saying people in Congress have good reasons to be fearful, because Jack Smith is not afraid. Fannie Willis is not afraid. Both of them will nail Trump. That's my prediction. Yes, Republicans are going to lose their minds, but there is nothing they're going to be able to do. In fact, a lot of them are hoping that Trump goes to jail. He vacates, the arena. Yogi Bear is asking Milou, if Trump lawyers all quit, what do you see happening? Well, they will. We know what happens. I'm not a lawyer, you know what I mean. But the minute you said that, what I felt like saying, we know how when they read your right, if you don't have a lawyer, one will be provided to you. If I'm not mistaken, that's how it reads. That's what's going to happen to Trump. The reason why they did not do that for Nota Monday is because, he said, and Trump have the resources. They said, he said he will get another one and then he'll come back on the 27th, I believe, okay, for his arraignment. So, no, I wouldn't worry about that, okay? Trump has zero move to make. The only thing Trump has at his disposal, okay, is his mouth, and it's getting him into major trouble. Somebody asked me a connection. I think that's Hispanics. Connection with Melania. Melania is terrified because I don't know how this works, but Melania had access to those documents. Don't forget, Trump kept those documents in his bedroom and his office, all over the place. Okay? And the government has no patience with people, and they can't, if in order for the American government to continue to operate and have friends in the international arena, be able to share intelligence, to stay in our leadership position, we have to have friends and they have to trust us. So if Trump thinks, or those Republicans think, that the government is going to back off because of their cacamamie threats, I have news for them. It's not going to happen. And just like right now, they are trying to, they are at it. Or if, about with the debt, I believe it's either the debt ceiling again, they are trying to play games with it. Yeah. These people have no idea that they are playing with fire. Okay. But my prediction is those Republicans, the 11 of them that are in the House, or however many there are, the 11 is not my number. That's the number that I read. It's a minority that's keeping basically Congress from functioning. My prediction is, and that's what Marjorie Taylor Greene senses. That's why she's sticking to McCarthy. McCarthy will do whatever he has to do. That's my prediction, to sideline those MAGAs, and Democrats will help him stay, not because Democrats like it, but it's the best of, of all the evils. So they will do it to keep him as speaker. Okay? Because what we are staring at is not good. Yogi Bear says, Milou, the Republicans are using Trump book of baloney. Absolutely, that is true. Oh yeah, that's anyone who remains in the Republican Party right now, it's because they agree with what Trump is doing. And if you notice, a lot of them don't want to read, according to report, they don't want to read what the charges are because they can't deal with it. Yes, he says, Milou, I've been following you since the pandemic. The only Republican news I want to know is how fast and how many of are being locked up so far. You are spot on. Oh, thank you. Well, when I was saying that, there are a couple of videos that I released at that time. I used to do live at that time, but not like every day. And the reason why I started live every day is because two reasons. After I shoot a video, and then after you edit it, and you start questioning yourself, oh my God, okay, is it good enough? Should I release this? And I used to suffer with this thing, like crazy, okay, questioning, double guessing myself. Should I release this? Because when I said, in quite a few videos, I said things that I thought it was scary. Like one of the first videos where I made that the title was "Where Are Republicans Taking This Country?" and we're seeing it right now. And some of the things that I used to predict about Trump, what Trump had in mind to do with this country, and it's unfolding. I even said I didn't, people were asking me about January 6th, but I was saying what Trump was ready to do for him to stay in power. But I wasn't afraid of the January 6th situation because I told you guys what I saw. If he tried anything like this, I still remember till today, I explained I saw somebody on the ground, blood coming out of his mouth. And that represented the Trump folks. Linda just says, thank you, Millie, for taking us to church. You're very welcome. But I don't feel, regardless of what Trump and his sycophants do, yes, we are going through challenging times, but Trump will lose. The MAGA movement will die. It's going to take a little time. I know. DeSantis, I told you guys, that thing is not going to last. DeSantis want to create MAGA plus. No. In fact, I read an article this morning. They are saying that the DeSantis presidential run is sputtering. So I don't feel I don't feel things are going to go well for him. That's my well, I've been saying that about DeSantis, but now it's beginning to show signs of that's what's coming. Maxi Chacha says, Milou, will melatonin divorce Trumpy? Yes, there is something about her leaving him because right now, like I said, she saw some of those documents, and everyone you see in the Trump family they've seen some of them. And that's one thing. If Nota was to cooperate, he could tell. Okay. Uh, she's angry. She's terrified. She knows that that's one thing that our government does not play with. And you know something? There is something people are beginning to complain. There is a refrain on the background, okay? People are comparing the young lady who was imprisoned for 5 years because she copied one secret document and she got out with it and she sent it to the media or something to that effect. I like that, Joel Jason. I told you guys, Joel Jason says China is collapsing. Yep. Well, she had all those grandiose things that he wanted to do. Yeah, it's falling apart. I told you guys, he knows nothing. In any event, yes, Melania will dump Trump because she feels like she's putting her at risk. Laura Wright is asking, does Nota have regrets yet? Oh, yeah. It's not, I mean, some regret, but right now he's too afraid. And that's why, there are a lot of people around Trump, and a lot of them, somebody said yesterday, I don't want to sound condescending or being a jerk. So there are certain things I won't say about Trump. Oh, yeah, Trump is fair game to me. I'll call him any name. I won't even think twice about it. But somebody like Nota, okay, from a humble beginning, feels like to me, and someone mentioned it yesterday, I agreed with the person, he's not very sophisticated. And there are a lot of manipulators around Trump. They are manipulating each other and Trump. This guy is in a snake pit, okay? It's not a matter of regret. It's fear. And like I said, I think this gentleman, he has more than one job. But like I said, that whole energy around Trump, and I told you guys, I've been saying this for a long time. Remember, guys, when I used to say people that was, the Trump staff, they used to call, other people in the government and complain and report what was going on. It's still the same thing that's happening. Okay? So I can confuse, if you are, okay, let's say, for example, the client calls me for a reading, right? And they are dealing with lawyers. Let's say, for example, they're buying a house. So they're talking to lawyers every day. What's good? How are we going to do this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to think they're lawyers. Sometimes I think they are lawyers too. So it's the same thing with this. The energy around Nota, it seems like to me, there is more than one job here. There's a bug on my wall. Now it's the time for all the bugs to start coming in here. Anyway, yes. Every time I focus on Nota, what I'm getting is fear. Okay, and he doesn't want to go to prison. A lot of them, people around Trump, they are telling him, "Don't worry, everything is going to work out." My friends, watch what's going to happen. I think Trump is going to go to prison no matter what. But if Nota doesn't come in from the cold, oh my God, don't be surprised if they give Trump a couple of years and they give him 20. Yeah. Okay. And that's what he's trying to deal with right now, because he noticed how he was treated and how Trump was treated the other day when he went to court. He got a mugshot, and a lot of things that I don't know all the intricacies, what the process is, okay, but he saw it and he could tell the difference, how the people treated him, not with disrespect, but it's like you are the butler or whatever, the bodyguard, body man. Okay, he noticed, and that's playing on his mind as well. And when he listens to, when he hears Cohen and all these people who used to work for Trump, well, yeah. Craig Dixon says, Milou, any public defender is better than Trump lawyers. You're probably right, because some of them, oh my, well, the good lawyers, they don't want to work for Trump. According to the news, they got turned down left and right in Florida. That's why he doesn't have a team yet. So Tommy I is asking, oh my God, it scrolled up. I don't see it anymore. Tommy I is asking, will Ted Cruz lose the election? Yeah, because I've been seeing Ted Cruz. In fact, let me put it to you this way, okay? I was surprised Ted Cruz won the last election. And as we notice, as we see, okay, what Republicans are doing, the way they go about cheating, suppressing the vote, and all that kind of stuff. That's how I feel. Ted Cruz won the last time. But yes, Ted Cruz will lose. Okay. And someone else, there's another question I wanted to answer. 1 second. Somebody was saying, asked me a question about, I predicted that they would not charge Trump with espionage. Was I mistaken, or am I saying he's going to get off those charges? The person did not see the videos after that. The reason why I said Trump would not be charged with espionage is because my lack of knowledge when it comes to law. I did not know those 31 charges were sub-espionage charges. So I was looking for where in the document where it says espionage. I didn't remember seeing espionage. So that's why I said to everybody when I was asked the question, and also, you know what? And even this morning, they are talking about it. So that's what got me even more confused. They were talking about the process, okay, by which you can, if you were to charge somebody with espionage, you're going to need certain documents. So, for example, they said there is a skiff at the courthouse. So you can't just let the public see, for example, where our military is, where all our nuclear subs and all that kind of stuff. Those are the things that Trump stole. These things will come out, but you can't let people know those things. I am sure, we have a different posture now, but we don't. And also, oh my God, I'm not even going to go in there. It's a lot, but I don't know much about the law, so I did not know all those different charges were part of being of the espionage charge. So that's why I said he won't be charged with espionage. But it turns out all those things were subcategories of being charged with espionage. Basically, Trump has been charged with espionage, that they have different names. So that's why I didn't know. But I don't see how, like I said earlier, Trump, I don't know if it's going to be 3 different venues or Trump is going to be convicted of 3 of those things. But let me tell you, or at least 3, according to experts. Trump, even if he's convicted, well, Barr said that even if Trump is convicted on one of them, he's toast. I don't know what Fannie Willis has on, funny with this, it seems like to me she's going to bring a RICO thing on them. So that's even gonna be worse. Linda J. said, "Hi, Milou. What are Melania's parents up to? Do they still live with her?" Yeah, I don't. Well, intuitively, yes. It feels like to me wherever their apartment is at, they're still there. I mean, they're probably vacationing now. Well, because of the Trump thing. They're probably in New York because that's where Melania was. She was at Trump Tower when I saw her. So that's her parents. I'm sure they are together. But Melania has enough money. Doesn't matter what happens to Trump. She will have an Apple. She'll be wealthy. She'll have at least 50 millions and change. So she'll be well off. She won't have a problem. I mean, if she doesn't manage it well, I'm sure she will. She can. You can lose it like this. Let's see. The audition says China and Russia meddling in our politics and the reason why our country is so divided. Yeah, that's part of it. But something, Fox News needs to be shut down. Did you guys hear what the Chiron that they had? Trump is being prosecuted by the wannabe dictator, and that stuff is being played and at all our bases, military bases. So, and I've said that before, Fox News has no choice. But to change format, yes, it seems like they haven't learned what it's going to happen. I copied somebody. I told you guys, those of you who have been with me for a long time, okay, I predicted that is it the FCC? I'm looking to see. I wrote it. Okay, what I'm trying to say is there is an article. I wrote it somewhere. Okay, I can't find it in my journal, but that says a former Fox CEO is asking that it's the FCC, right? Federal Communication something, or FEC. I don't remember, but you guys know which department I'm talking about, branch of the government that they control communications, TVs and stuff like that. Right now, I can't think of it. Sorry, but yes, they are asking that. In fact, the gentleman that was that put out the fact that Trump was trying to get Zelensky to lie to us. That phone call that Trump, I don't remember his name right now, as well. He was in the military. Trump, him and his brother Trump, basically fired both of them. They were in the NSA. I don't remember his name, but he too is trying to get Fox News booted out of our military bases, because that's all that's playing on our military bases, and I feel he will succeed. So there are a couple of people, and and I predicted a long time ago that don't be surprised if the FCC goes after the license. So, those of you who have been with me for a long time, because when I read it, I'm like, yikes! I said this a few years ago. So yeah, Reality Winner. Thank you, Boudica. Reality Winner is the young lady I was trying to remember her name before. One page, and there is something that's playing in the background right now. A lot of people are saying, how come she got 5 years and Trump is still running around? Yeah, you don't want people to start making those comparisons are true. It's not like trying to paint Biden as a criminal when you have no proof. Yeah. So whenever these things start to creep up into the consciousness of people, just wait a few more weeks, my friend, or a month. It may seem like Republicans have the upper hands with all their lies. I have to remind you, there is a small section of the base that's never going to change their minds, no matter what. But The majority of them, it feels like to me, will turn on Republicans. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hi, Sharon Saib. Thank you for reminding people what time I stream. I appreciate it. Let's see. I'm looking for questions. Existence says me no comment from the cold. I haven't heard this in a while. I don't know. Let's see. Good news. MSNBC beat Fox News. Oh yes. In fact, all week, MSNBC has been beating Fox and CNN all week, or if not the past 2 weeks. They've done very well. That's a good sign. That means a lot of people who used to watch Fox, they want. Thank you for posting this. So you are saying I'm going to be proven right. A lot of people, they're hearing the same old thing from Fox, so they want to hear another side. Those are the people that are going to walk away. Oh, Isabel Maz says Mr. Nota will be left holding the bag. Exactly. The push-up. I feel he's going to flip. But according to, because this is too much, you guys. This guy is, according to experts, is staring at 20 years. And he may not, let you know what he's thinking. But when I saw him the other day, that thing is dominating this guy. Yeah. He's afraid. I would be terrified. Believe me, I wouldn't even think twice. They asked me, yep, he did it. He's what he did. I couldn't care less. You're the former president. You should know better. I'm not betraying you. I'm just not going to go to jail. Okay. Joel Tisson says, since you talk about Philippines, that reminds me, because that young gentleman, Nota, is from somewhere near the Philippines. Joel Tisson says, I remember being stationed in Clark Air Force Base, Philippines, living outside the base. Oh, for almost 9 years. The geckos kept bugs under control. Oh, oh yeah. That's what they feed on. The small lizard as well. Lizard, sorry. I mispronounced that. Yes, Yvonne White. Oh my God, this thing has a tendency to start scrolling out of control and I miss things. Yvonne White says Michael Cohen told him to run. Yeah. Oh, he believed me. He knows. This guy, I mean, they have Trump watches TV all the time. That's one of his best pastime. But you know what? You don't need to be watching TV, because Fox News is on Cyrus, and you can, not Fox, other stations besides Fox are streaming. So you can get everything live. It's like you're listening to music, but you're listening to the news. There are a number of ways this guy can find out what's going on. He doesn't have to listen to all the people around him manipulating him. Roxy Boltaro says, Milou, the Attorney General of California, subpoenaed DeSantis and the Transportation Board of Florida. Yep. Not surprised. I warned you guys, DeSantis was going to have legal issues. I did not know what they were. So that's what's unfolding. I'm not surprised. Yeah. Oh, and DeSantis has been picking on the wrong state. Yeah, the governor will take him down. Let's see. MTG. Dennis Thomas says, since MTG says Trump is treated like Jesus, should Trump be crucified? Oh, well, there is a prison I think they call Supermax somewhere. One of the legal experts said that's possibly where Trump is going to go if he gets convicted. So, because it's a very secure, or one of the most secure prison in the world. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised that's where they keep that guy, the major warlord. Yep. Marilyn H says, Milou, Trump will definitely go to prison after he loses the presidential race in 2024, and there won't be any deals offered to him. I don't know. As you guys know, I can confuse time, but I doubt it's going to last that long, because we have to remember our court system. It's difficult to tell. As I'm saying this, when cars are racing, that's what I'm seeing. A bunch of cars racing, and like they go like this. Okay. Suppose Judge Cannon wants to play games. Trump is going to be indicted and tried in Georgia, strong possibility in DC, and somebody mentioned Jersey as well, because that's where Trump shared some of those documents with people. Those jurisdictions will not play game with him. I like delay and do all kinds of stuff. It feels like to me, the powers that be, the judges who are going to be monitoring those things, it's going to be like this. They're not going to play with his little games. They're tired of it. Okay? So let me put it to you this way. I would be surprised if Trump is not convicted before the 2024 election. Because the other day somebody asked me, and I was getting 4 as far as when this thing would start, or the trial would start or something. Yeah, this thing is not going to last forever. Cannon can play game if she wants to, but Smith is thinking that he's 1,000 steps ahead of all these people. Okay, friends, thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilou.com, or you can send me an email, call me on my YouTube number, or text me on my YouTube number. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Again, everyone, thank you. Thank you, chat managers. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday. Till then, bye.